Opening statements in the excessive force trial of a Spokane police officer are expected to start in just a couple of hours.
5.5 years after the fatal confrontation between Officer Carl Thompson and Otto Zem, testimony is scheduled to start finally. We have a team coverage on the trial this morning. KXLY4's Erik Loney is live this morning at the federal courthouse in Yakima, and Kalai Chalk gives an exclusive look at some of the evidence prepared for the case. But let's go first to Loney, who has been following this since it happened in 2006 and joins us with more on the trial.
Yeah, good morning. 60 potential jurors lined up in front of the federal courthouse here yesterday morning. After 6 hours of intense questioning, they're down to 15, 12 jurors and 3 alternates. There are 8 men and 4 women in that panel of 12. There's a baseball coach, a couple retired people, a waitress, and also a former trucker. They will decide if Officer Carl Thompson used excessive force on Otto Zem in that convenience store back in 2006 and then lied about it. We don't know at this point if Thompson will testify in his own defense at the trial. His attorneys are expected to argue in opening statements this morning that Thompson was only doing what he had to do to get Zem under control, and Zem was refusing to comply with a police officer. Prosecutors have described the confrontation as an ambush, and Zem was attacked by Thompson. The jury will hear from police officers, doctors, and use of force experts flown in from around the country. A couple key issues in this trial: did Thompson give Zem enough time to comply? And did Thompson strike Zem in the head? You'll hear from doctors that will debate this issue. If he did, as prosecutors contend, that is considered lethal force and therefore excessive force for this situation. Now, it all starts at 9 o'clock this morning. Opening statements are the first thing on the docket, followed by the prosecution starting its case. Prosecution expected to call a couple expert witnesses starting off their case. Reporting live in Yakima, Erik Loney, KXLY4 HD News.
Erik, we know that we started with 60 potential jurors yesterday. 20 of them were excused. Why was that?
You know, there are various reasons. 2 women were actually excluded from the jury panel because they said they couldn't handle seeing Otto Zem's autopsy photos. There was about 4 because they said they had work conflicts and couldn't be out of work for 4 to 6 weeks. One woman had a cruise vacation she couldn't reschedule. And then the judge excluded several other folks for other various reasons, also medical issues being one of the issues. One woman said she wouldn't be able to hear from the jury, from where the jury sat. She couldn't hear what the attorneys were saying.
All right, Erik, thanks very much. Of course, you'll have more throughout this Good Morning Northwest newscast. Thank you.
Well, evidence obtained exclusively by KXLY shows an audio-video timeline of the events leading up to the deadly altercation inside that North Spokane Zip trip. Prosecutors matched up dispatch recordings with surveillance video from the Zip trip. In the recording, Zem is first suspected of taking an ATM card and cash. A few minutes later, dispatchers say that the complainants aren't sure if he actually took their money.
So now the complaint's advising she's not entirely positive that he did get her money. She did not get a chance to go back and check.
As dispatchers are saying this, the surveillance video in the bottom left-hand corner shows Officer Thompson entering the store, and a minute later you see Thompson hitting Zem with his baton. A judge ruled prosecutors will not be able to reveal Zem was innocent of a crime before the altercation, so we don't know if this audio-video overlay will be admissible in court at this point.